guys, I'm Dupree, and in this video I'm going to show you how to manipulate kick shots with different spins, like running spin, opposite spin, top spin, and back spin. So imagine we're in this situation and we want to make the 9, but we're blocked by the 6, and the fullest we can hit into that rail with center ball is just going to come up short every time. So we just need to find a way to manipulate that angle to it lengthens so we can make the 9 ball. So to lengthen angles, we're always going to use something called running English. Now what running English does is it just lengthens angles off rails, and it goes a lot faster than center ball. So I'm just going to demonstrate what all the spins do off rails. So I'm going to put the cue ball in the same spot every time, aim for the same spot every time, and just change my spins. So how to determine what running English is when you're hitting off a rail, if this is not part of the experiment. When I hit off the rail with center ball, see how the cue ball just goes naturally to the right. So right spin would be running English on this side. If I were hitting on this side, anywhere I hit going that way, it goes naturally to the left. So left spin would be running English on this side. So not necessarily from like every shot, because you hit it from different directions. If it actually goes to the right when you're hitting from this way, right spin will lengthen the angle off here. So I'm going to mark each spot where the cue ball hits off of its third rail. So off of its third rail, that's where I'm going to mark. So here's center ball. Center ball hit right here. Here is running spin, or right spin in this case. That hit right here. And this one I'm just going to mark with my finger. This is opposite spin or left spin. Right there. Right here. So see how opposite spin shortens the angle, and then center ball takes its natural course, and running English lengthens the angle off the rail. So we're actually going to use running English to lengthen the angle off this rail to pocket the 9 ball. Okay guys, so last little segment I showed you how running English lengthens the angle off the rail. So obviously opposite English shortens or even reverses angle off the rail. I'm going to use a reverse in this case. I'm going to hit the cue ball into this rail, which was center ball would naturally come to the left. So now right spin is opposite English. So I'm going to aim about here with right spin. Notice how the angle is just reversed, because when the spin takes off the rail, it pulls it to the right. So running English lengthens the angle, opposite English shortens or even reverses the angle. Okay guys, so now imagine we are in this situation. We want to make this 9 ball in the corner pocket, but we're blocked by the 3 by hitting it naturally. And our regular kick off the rail is blocked by the 7. Well, now it's blocked by the 7. So we're going to have to find a way to manipulate the angle off the rail so that we can make that 9 ball. So what we're going to do is we're going to put back right spin, or opposite spin and back spin, combine them. And that should take the cue ball off the rail. After it compresses into the rail, it'll come up here, curve slightly, and make the 9 ball in the corner pocket. You don't have to hit very hard. The cue ball can be curved a lot. Just make sure you hit enough to barely avoid that 7 ball with some bottom opposite spin. Just take the regular angle and lengthen it just a tad. Now, here's the shot. Okay guys, so imagine now we're in this situation. We cannot regularly pot the 7 because of that 3. We cannot regularly kick off the rail because of the 7. And since going under we would have to have more angle, a better shot would be to curve around this way, just delaying the forward curve off the rail. So to do this, obviously we're going to use top spin because to make it curve back towards us. We use backspin to make it go forward. We're using top spin. So top spin into the rail. After it compresses, we'll bring it out and send it forward, just delaying the curve just a tad. And here's the shot. Okay guys, for this shot I'm going to be talking about going 2 rails with opposite English to pocket the 9 in this corner. So obviously we're going to use opposite English into this rail and come back towards us, so reverse or opposite English, which would be left English in this case, because if we hit the cue ball off this rail, the direction we're going, it's going to automatically go to the right, making right spin running English and left spin reverse English. Now we're going to hit the rail about right here at this 3.5 diamond line. So the cue ball goes off this rail, off the short rail, and comes back towards the 9. There's no real way to judge this shot, just you kind of have to get a feel for it. And there it is. Okay guys, so lastly I'm going to talk about using Masse while kicking. So Masse will add a lot more spin to the cue ball, so make sure you overcompensate. Make sure you compensate a ton. Overcompensate, I mean. So we want to curve the cue ball, since if we hit where we need to hit to make this with opposite, it doesn't come back far enough. So bottom left would bring it back to the left even more, since the curve would take place once it hits this rail. It would curve back, and we're probably going to hit somewhere around this long rail. If we don't hit this 9 ball first, we definitely won't hit short rail first, unless it's like a 1 in 100 chance. We're probably going to over curve it. So what we're going to do is, I'm aiming for this 3rd diamond. We're going to elevate about 30 degrees with low left and hit it pretty hard, and we should be able to make that 9 ball. Here's the shot. Okay guys, so now we're going to talk about masse and kick. So we're massing first, then kicking off the rail. So imagine we're in this situation where if we barely miss the 1 ball with center ball, we miss the 9. So now we're going to give ourselves the same shot, demonstrate it with running English, left English in this case. We still miss the shot. Now we're going to use opposite English. We still miss the shot. Now we'll use backspin. Still miss. Now we'll use topspin. Still miss. So the only real shot we have at this is a masse kick. So we're going to curve around the 1, hit this long rail, make the 9 in the corner. So to do this, we're just going to elevate just a little bit, only like 25 degrees, using bottom left. So we curve to the left. We don't need to hit too hard, since we came pretty close with center ball and running English and even opposite English. So we shouldn't have to hit too hard. It's great shot choice, better than going around the opposite way. You have a bigger target this way. So here's the shot. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you just a little trick shot that you can do when you're just with your friends, or if you're playing a game and you know you're gonna win and you just want to play a fancy shot at the end. I don't know why you would do that, but just if you wanted to. This is a 5-rail kick, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit the 9 ball into the corner. So to do this, we're probably gonna hit around this first diamond right here. We need to, like, the further in it is, the more running English you'll need. So if the cue ball goes off this rail naturally to the right with center, right spin is running English. So if you're hitting to the side I'm hitting, the further you are in, the more right spin you're going to need. The further you are out, the more center you're going to need, or sometimes even opposite. So just keep that in mind. For this, I'm just using a little bit of left and some top spin, and we're just going to hit around here, and the cue ball should take its path and pocket that 9. Here's the shot. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button down there. If you want to be notified when I post again, click the subscribe button and the bell next to it. That way it sends you a notification or an email saying, hey, Dupree Trick Shots is posted again. Here's the title and all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope this helped you become a better pool player.